Hello, my name is Bon Scott, and today I will be speaking with you about Mexico. I'll start with the infrastructure of Mexico. The main airport in Mexico is Benito Juarez International Airport, located in Mexico City. It has two terminals and two runways, and it is the busiest airport in all of Latin America, with more than 20 airlines operating inside of it. Terminal 1 is the fourth largest terminal in the entire world. Multiple international airports across the country support the country's high tourism trade. The main travel method for locals is public transportation, such as buses and airlines, used for long distance travel. But for short distances, people prefer to use motorcycles, mopeds, and small cars. Safety. Mexico does have some areas that are not advisable for Americans to visit. Keeping in mind, is it safe for Americans to drive in Mexico? And the answer to that is it depends. Most government agencies in the US specify proceeding with caution. The precautions suggested for Americans include not driving at night and staying within tourist areas. Americans are allowed to drive in Mexico with a valid U.S. driver's license, but you are required to have a Mexican auto insurance policy when driving around the country. Visitors should research the area that they wish to visit before making plans. The Department of State has issued a Level 2 advisory for most areas in Mexico, which means exercise increased caution. Some areas, such as the state of Guerrero, currently have a Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory due to terrorism and crime. Although Mexico has over 165,000 miles of urban and rural roads, its road system is nowhere near as extensive as the United States'. And as of 2025, almost 39% of their roads are in poor or critical condition. In developed areas such as freeways and public roads are more well maintained. However, these roads can end abruptly and have issues such as potholes and deep ruts. In most areas, roads are still underdeveloped, as evidenced by the large number of dirt roads that remain in Mexico. Visitors should keep in mind, especially when they are driving, that the best time to visit Mexico is between December and April, the dry season. Flights are very reliable in Mexico as the country is large and spread out. The safety rating is currently the highest it's ever been. Railroads are also very reliable, currently the mostly used for moving freight, but passenger trains are making a comeback. Although no bullet trains have been planned, President Claudia Sheinbaum took office on October 1st, 2024, with the intentions to continue expanding the passenger rail service in Mexico. While Mexico is a developed country, the water issue is becoming a very serious threat as the scarcity of clean water continues to increase. Due to a lack of treatment facilities, water in Mexico becomes contaminated and undrinkable for tourists and citizens alike. The only solution to this situation requires ongoing investment in their infrastructure and the management of the resources they do have. Although Mexico's government is investing billions of pesos into water projects, the water availability and quality are a concern for American companies considering setting up businesses there. Additionally, Mexico is also plagued by electricity issues. The current grid in Mexico is experiencing greater demand than it can handle. Thus, it causes outages all over the country. An American company doing business in Mexico must stay apprised of regulatory, political, and compliance changes. The National Center for Energy Control declares alert and emergency when the electrical demands exceeds capacity. Both of these concerns should be considered by a company planning to build a manufacturing facility in Mexico. Major industries. Mexico has the 15th largest economy in the world. Its GDP is $1.85 trillion, a trifle compared to the United States' GDP of $29.2 trillion. It is an important trading partner of the U.S., with 80% of its exports going to U.S. automotive and oil and gas production. They are vital to Mexico's economy. Mexico is the seventh largest automotive producer in the world. In 2024, its vehicle production reached over 3.5 million, which is a significant increase from 2023. Automotive manufacturing represents a total of 3.6% to 4.7% of all of Mexico's GDP. Also, Mexico is one of the largest oil producers. The United States imported over 637 million barrels of heavy crude oil from Mexico in all of 2022. A significant portion of oil and gas is produced by the state-owned oil company named Pemex. Oil and gas production represent 4% of Mexico's GDP. Power distance and proxemics. The last thing I will be speaking about is what to expect when visiting and doing business in Mexico. According to the Cultural Factor Group, Mexico's Hofstede power distance is an 81 out of 100. This is double the score of the US and Canada. This means that their hierarchical society. The citizens have a clear understanding of who has power and who does not. Long-term relationships are nurtured and valued. In terms of proxemics, both family and business relationships are important in Mexican culture. Mexicans are usually indirect communicators. A firm handshake and good eye contact are an appropriate greeting between business associates. When greeting someone, use a soft tone, be polite, and be ready to listen. People in Mexico don't require as much personal space as they do in Western countries. For anyone who has traveled to Mexico, it is a beautiful and diverse country. Its people are friendly and hardworking, making it a hub for international activity. Unfortunately, corruption has hindered its development, but hopefully President Sheinbaum has the fortitude and support to improve Mexico's economy and infrastructure. Thank you for your time.